You see, it does just mean more in the state of Arkansas. What makes 7A football so special, so much more different than, other places throughout the state? Is it any different heading into 2021? It's the On the Hill Media Day 7A West Special. And welcome into the On the Hill Media 7A Special. And I'm here at the campus of Rogers High School, joined now to talk a little Rogers Mounties football with head football coach Chad Harbison. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
7A football on you, Coach. You're a couple of weeks away. What have you guys been preparing for, and how's camp gone to this point?
Well, we've added a couple of coordinators in the offseason, so defensively. Basically our third defense in 3 years. So, installing, we're fortunate we got an early start on it. Got our guy up here a couple days a week through the spring, and got a spring install and then through the summer. And, we're still in the process of learning it and finding those pieces that we need to plug in there to be successful on defense.
I know you talk a lot about defense, but, when you spoke Rogers Mounties football last year, it was about the offense. Losing big-time quarterback, he's off to Rice now. Talk about that position. Who's going to be the guy to step in there and kind of stable the ship?
Yeah, well, Chris is one of those dudes that, he was really special in a lot of different ways. He was special on the field, off the field. I'm not sure you replace a guy like that, but we've got Noah Goodshield that's come in this summer and has really done a good job. Just watching Noah, through our preseason scrimmages and things that way, he just gets better every time. He's a student of it. He wants to be great at it, and he works hard at it, and you can tell he just keeps getting better and better and better.
This has been a pretty good senior class group that's kind of started to build the culture here at Rogers of the expectation of winning. Talk about that senior group and how special they've been for this program.
Well, and we've got some guys that understand success. We've got several kids on our football team that won the state championship in baseball last year, and one of the comments that you'll hear those guys, they found the way. If you watched them play, and I know you can't, it's not apples and apples, but at the same time, if you watch them play, they were scrappy. They found ways to win games. They didn't just go out and dominate every game, but they found a way to win them in the end. And so that the mentality that they bring, the confidence they bring when they show up, it's been really good for us. You got Cade Selton-Ridge at receiver, and Finley Bunch, and then Noah. All three of those guys played up the middle on our baseball team. So those dudes, they understand it. And then we got some guys returning that are good. Marion Slater on defense, Brady Porter, Damon Bolt. Those guys all had a lot of experience last year on the defensive side. And then Joel Garner at tight end, and Ulysses Ortiz, and Galdamez, all those two guys up in the front on the offensive line. And then we've moved another senior in there, Braden Acosta, that's done a great job in fall camp as well.
When you look at this league, Coach, what makes 7A West so much more difficult to prepare for, both on the offensive and defensive sides of the football, as opposed to other conferences across the state?
It's good coaching. Our league's coached really, really well. I think all of us could sit here and tell you we have great kids in our programs. I'm not talking about kids that are disciplined, that are easy to coach, that do what you ask them to do, and then schematically our coaching staffs in this league they're phenomenal.
When you talk about the kids, multiple kids will be entering the 7A, this season. Power 5,
Right.
We have some at Indiana, the Oregons, Tennessees, and multiple schools. I'm pretty sure Mr. Slater is getting looked at by several schools. Talk about just the talent level. I mean, you've been at several schools, Fayetteville, a previous stop here at Rogers.
Right.
I mean, how has the talent in this conference changed?
Oh, it's if you think back, if you've been around as long as I have, you think back and you played against the super team of 05 at Springdale that had all the Division I talent. Then the following year, there were still some Division I. I mean, we had a Zimba type kid that went to Auburn and still holds the start record at Auburn, and a Cody Kirby at quarterback that did the same thing at Missouri State, and there's other kids in the league that year that went on and played in the SEC. So, and it kind of reminds me of that era when you talk about the quality of offensive line play and receiver play that we have coming into the league this year. It's going to be very good, very talented.
You guys, as I said, the culture has changed drastically in a very positive way. Last year, you come off a very disappointing, playoff loss. How much has that been the motivating factor, in the off season for this football team?
Yeah, I just think it's just a challenge here. It's whatever reason, you just got to find a way to build that confidence in the off season. And we got a lot of kids. Our numbers in off season have gotten better over the last couple of winters. So, just we got those kids that are competitive, that want to win, that are hungry, and coming back this summer, we had a good summer, and I think we're be ready to play.
You look across Arkansas, and here in several weeks, stadiums will go back to full capacity. How special is that from a head coach? When you come out and see the band, cheerleaders, from a coach's perspective.
For the kids, I think it's for the kids. I mean, last year so many restrictions, and so it was so much different than what they're used to. I think once the ball got kicked off last year, we played football like we always played football, but the atmosphere, a lot of stadiums were quiet, and it just wasn't the same. So I'm excited for our kids to have an opportunity to go out and play, and for our community to come out and support them and get to see what these kids can do.
Coach, what will people say about this year's Rogers Mounties, the 2021 version, when they come to a Friday night football game and they leave that stadium after 4 quarters?
I asked the kids the same question. What are people going to say about you when they come watch you play? And then I'll answer how the kids would answer. They say, well, Coach, we want to be disciplined. We want people say we play hard. We want people to say we're well coached. So if that's the standard that our kids set, that needs to be the standard that we meet or exceed when we play. So that's the expectation.
Coach, look into that camera and tell
Yes,
the fans of Northwest Arkansas they may not have anything going on a Friday night. Why Whitney Smith Stadium and Rogers Mounties football is a place to be?
Well, I just think our kids are fun to watch. I mean, we play exciting brand of football. I think we try really hard to put up points and play a style of football that's fun and entertaining. Our kids enjoy it.
Well, Coach, I'm definitely looking forward to looking a little bit more into the Mounties program. We have much, much more here from the campus of Rogers High School. It's the On the Hill 7A Media Day Special. We'll be back.
Lindsay & Associates started in 1973. This is our 48th year in real estate in Northwest Arkansas. We have 2 locations, one in Fayetteville and one in Rogers. And we are here to serve the people of our community. And as my dad always said, at Lindsay & Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
And welcome back to the On the Hill Media Day Special. And I'm joined now by Offensive Coordinator Nick BRILL.
Yes, sir.
Coach BRILL, welcome to the Media Day Special.
Thank you.
Offensively, I know this being your first year here at Rogers as the offensive coordinator. I mean, what will be the makeup of this team in 2021 under your guidance?
Yes, sir. We're excited. We've got guys that give us a chance to go out and compete every night. We've got a variety of weapons. Got guys that can go get a deep ball. Got guys that can catch it underneath pass and make a guy miss and go score. We've got guys that up front that are playing hard, that motors don't stop. So we're excited about the possibility of us being able to do something special offensively. It's just every day we got to keep coming out here and working, getting a little closer to our goal, and keep producing every single day.
Now, I know this being your first year, what have you heard from some of your assistant coaches that's maybe had an experience or two in this conference about what to expect, on Friday nights from the defensive side in this conference?
Yes, sir. So one thing that we've really prided ourselves on this summer is we need to be very versatile. We've got our outside guys learn inside receivers, inside guys learn outside receivers. We've got a running back that can go play the number 1 receiver, the number 4 receiver. So that way we can put ourselves in the best position possible based on week-to-week defenses. Like you said, this conference is a tough conference, and all these teams are well coached. So we've got to do a good job offensively to give our guys a chance at success.
Now, I know we're about to meet momentarily a few of your offensive players that you guys are going to let us meet here on the Media Day Special. Can you kind of mention a little bit about each and every one before they
Yes, sir.
come and join us?
Yes, sir. So we've got Noah Goodshield. He's a quarterback, senior, playing quarterback for the first time varsity level this year. He's come out this summer and really given us kind of something that we're excited about. And he's a middle infielder, baseball type guy, so he gets the ball out quick, gets it to our guys when they need to get it. And so we're excited about what he can do. We also have number 12, Cade Seldenridge. He's one of the slot receivers. He does a great job of setting guys up on routes. He knows where he leaves guys, and great hands. And he plays bigger than he is. When you see him, you'll be like, "Hey, guy, he's fun to watch." And then we also have another receiver / tight end body, Joel Garner, number 11, and he's a guy that he can go get a deep ball. He can come down and block you as a defensive end. He can be a mismatch for a corner, and then he can also go over the middle and catch a ball. He's a great weapon to have. So we're excited about all three of those guys.
And lastly, for those that are gonna get a chance to come out and see the Mounties, I mean, what would be that last message? And really, to the fans that would like to come out and just see high school football, I mean, what would you say about the reasons why you should come out and do just that?
Yes, sir. So these guys have worked hard. We know the hand that we were dealt last year and everybody's the difficulties that have gone through. But these kids, and I know probably kids across the nation, have continued to grind and just give everything they have and get as much as they can out of being a high school athlete. And our guys are no different. We've loved being around them. They've worked hard. We know that they would appreciate a bunch of people coming out and watching and supporting them. And we're excited to see the results out on the field because we know we've been working hard and we just got to continue to do that, and we're excited.
Well, Coach, yes, I want to thank you for taking time here on the Media Day Special. We'll be back with much, much more. Time to talk a little Rogers offense with the guys that'll make the plays on Friday night. It's the On the Hill Media Day Special. Back in a minute.
Hello, Northwest Arkansas. I'm Darren Storms with Storms Orthodontics. Here at Storms Orthodontics, we see patients of all ages. We treat patients with traditional braces, Invisalign. We are proud to sponsor a lot of local sports teams: football, baseball, basketball, dance, soccer. Wish you guys a great year, happy, healthy season. And we have locations in Fayetteville, Springdale, and Siloam Springs, and we'd love to take care of your kids. Thank you very much.
And welcome back to the On the Hill Media Day 7A Special. And I'm joined now for the Rogers Mounties by senior quarterback Noah Goodshield. Yep. What's up, Noah?
What's up?
Talk about it, Noah. Your senior year, I mean, what's the legacy you're trying to leave here at Rogers High School? I mean, you're a guy that came over from wide receiver for your senior year to play quarterback. Talk about, just the difference in, like I said, what type of legacy are you trying to leave?
I just want to be known as like a hard worker and a leader and someone who can play anywhere or wherever the coaches want them to play.
You go back to that season of 2020. I mean, what are some of the motivational things, some of the things that stick out to you that's driven you for your senior year of high school football, 7A West style?
Oh, well, last year it was like COVID, so we didn't know if we were going to play the next game or not, so we tried to play hard each and every game.
Your most memorable game, up until now? I know we're not even completed that senior year, but what games over your high school career, Noah, stand out the most if there's one or two?
Harbor. We beat beat Harbor last year. That was a good game all around. I mean, everyone was getting the balls. We all scored a touchdown. So it was, and then probably Bentonville West. Even though we didn't win, I think we grew a lot after that game because we went into overtime as first game back after 2 weeks after being quarantined. So we just learned a lot after that game.
Is this a program here at Rogers High School in 2021 season that kind of has a chip on their shoulder and maybe something to prove to the other brethren in the conference?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think we're kind of overlooked in the conference. So,
what makes the 7A West so tough, in your opinion?
just that every team is good and every team is just, they got a lot of players.
Now, we have to have fun on this Media Day special, and this is something that we always like to do. So, you and me, my man, riding around the city. First 5 songs on the playlist. Give them to me.
Probably Ghetto Gospel by Tupac and Price Tag by Polo G. Trying to think. Thugged Out by Kodak. So I think it's some more. It's difficult. It's a lot of songs.
So many you can't even think of.
Yeah,
Huh?
so many I can't think. I'll just repeat.
Well, Noah, last message that you want the people of Northwest Arkansas that would like to get out and watch high school football this year and may have a chance to come to Rogers High School and watch the Mounties play. What would be that message to those guys?
Just come out and enjoy it.
Well, that was Noah Goodshield, senior quarterback. Hey, we got a lot more to talk about with the offensive guys. It's the OTH Media Day preview show. Back in a sec. And welcome back to the On the Hill Media Day special. And I'm here on the campus of Rogers High School, and I'm joined by senior wide receiver Cade Seldom-Ridge. Cade, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Senior year, final year of high school football. Cade, when I say that, I mean, what goes through your mind?
You know, I didn't play the first 2 years of high school, and I kind of regret that just because, like, the friendships you build and stuff. But last year, the impact I think that I had on the team, just coming back, you know, just give them some life. But you know, we built a legacy last year because Rogers, we don't win a lot, but last year we did, and we're kind of coming back this year, wanting to win again, and I think we have the chance to do that.
Getting to the playoffs, and I kind of liken it to like a rat that gets a piece of cheese. You kind of get the taste of it. Is that kind of the way you guys here at Rogers and the Mountie program, you're entering into the 2021 season?
Yeah, but we want more than just a piece this year. You know, last year we went out first round and kind of let the sour taste in our mouth, but this year we're definitely looking for more.
I know you mentioned legacy, Cade. I mean, how special would that be for this senior class to go out back-to-back years, making the state playoffs, and as you said, hopefully making that deep run? I mean, that hadn't happened around in quite a while.
Yes, sir. I think for the school especially, just because, you know, every other sport, you know, we win a lot here, and for Rogers itself, us go out and make it pretty far into the playoffs, hopefully, you know, playing in November, I think, or October, late, you know, we're trying to win, and we're trying to bring a championship back to Rogers.
Last year, I mean, what game or games stick out to you as to, you know, where you really felt like, hey, I mean, this was a game I'll never forget?
Kind of like Noah said, the Harbor game for sure, just because everyone's touching the ball. They're scoring every drive. It's going back and forth. It's going down to the minute. You know, you're all the blood, sweat, and tears out there. You're leaving it all out there. And then I'd say the most, like, one of the games that meant the most was kind of the Cabot game, because, you know, it left that sour taste and kind of pushes you harder for the next season. You don't want to go out first round again. But I'd say those 2 games for sure.
What makes 7A West football so exciting each and every Friday night?
I think the fans, you know, the stands being crowded, all that, and then just those dudes lined up across from you. They want to get you. They want to get you. You want to get them. So, you know, it's always competitive. You gotta love that.
Now, as I asked your friend Noah, we're gonna have a little fun here on the Media Day special. First 5 artists. We'll say 5 artists on the playlist. If you and I were riding around Rogers, what would they be?
Number 1 would be Mike Stud. And number 2, I'd probably go Polo G. And then 3, Roddy Rich. And then 4, we throw in Juice World.
Okay.
And then 5, probably go with Lil Baby.
And last message to the fans that may want to get out and make their way here to watch the Rogers Mounties in 2021. What would that message be to them?
Come, you're going to enjoy it. You know, we'll show you a show, offense and defense. We're going to be running around. We don't take breaks. We're going to go hard off hour of the game. We're going to go hard.
Okay, thanks for joining me on the Media Day special.
Appreciate that.
More Rogers High School football on the On the Hill Media Day special. Back in a second. And welcome back to the On the Hill Media Day special, and I'm here on the campus of Rogers High School, and now I'm joined by senior wide receiver, tight end, but I'm going to call him an athlete, Joel Garner. What's up, my man?
What's up? How are you?
Good, good. Joel, this is it, senior year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when I say that, what comes to mind to you?
All the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears that we put into this program over the past 4 years, and then throughout middle school as well.
What's the motivation for the senior season for you personally? I mean, having gone out against Cabot, but, you know, this class has been a class since you guys are younger that's kind of started, you know, a trend of higher expectations. I mean, what does that mean to you guys heading into your senior year to finish it out even further than you did?
Well, I try not to make it about me. It's all for my teammates and my coaches and my city. That's what I do it for.
What makes 7A West football so tough each and every Friday night?
Biggest conference in the year. There's so many guys, so many people coming to the games. It's just a packed house.
Now, you play tight end, wide receiver. You also play basketball for the varsity high school team. How do you think that helps translate into football when that season comes around?
I think basketball helps me get in better shape, footwork, agility, all that. It's good for football. It makes me run quicker, better routes. So it goes hand in hand.
Most memorable moment on the football field to date?
Definitely the Harbor game. We all, like they both said, Kid and Noah, we've all got touches. We all scored touchdowns. It was a competitive game. It was fun. We came out on top. So it's the best feeling ever. Real
important to represent the city and kind of leave that lasting legacy.
100%.
Now we got to have a little fun, me and you. First 5 artists, you and me in the car. What are we listening to?
Juice WRLD, Lil Baby, Rod Wave, NBA Youngboy, and then you got to throw it a little country a little bit and go some Blake Shelton.
Well, Mr. Gardner, before I let you go, for those that are watching this Media Day special about the Rogers Mounties, and they get a chance to maybe come out and see you guys this year, what's that one message that you tell them right here and right now?
We're coming for it all. We want it all. We want to win. That's what we want.
Well, my man, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Hey, good luck on a great senior season.
Appreciate it.
More to come on the On the Hill Media Day special, Rogers Mountie style. Back in a sec.
Lindsay & Associates started in 1973. This is our 48th year in real estate in Northwest Arkansas. We have 2 locations, one in Fayetteville and one in Rogers. And we are here to serve the people of our community. And as my dad always said, at Lindsay & Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
And welcome back to the On the Hill 7A West Media Day special. And I'm joined now by Rogers defensive coordinator, Coach Dale Williams. Coach Williams, welcome to the Media Day special.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Coach, when you look at last year's 2020 Rogers defense, what were some of the things that you really felt good about coming out of that you guys have really tried to build on here in the off season and for this 2021 campaign?
Well, as being I'm new to the staff, so it's with the young men we're working with right now, they bring a lot of experience to us. As you with Marion, they bring a lot of experience. Volk, Damien Volk brings a lot of experience for us from last year. The biggest thing is playing with a great heart and pride. Is one thing. Our goal right now and our thought right now is to eliminate big plays to give ourselves a chance. That's any defenses will be based off of that basic concept. And so there's some of the things that we have to work on as we move forward from last year to this year.
In watching tape, what makes the offenses in the 7A West so much more harder to defend than maybe some of the other conferences?
Well, I mean, my experience is the fact that there's just not one guy. You look at various teams around this league that you generally have a really good quarterback who's generally athletic, who run well as throw well, and then you have 2 or 3 receivers to go with him. Then you say, well, look at the offensive linemen. You know, a lot of those college offensive linemen over there, so they're able to push. So they're really two-dimensional. And the guys up here in the 7A West, they're all about, you know, they're up on what they're doing offensively. They understand the basic concepts. RPO game is huge, and be able to stop really good athletes in space is the thing that people are doing right now.
We got a couple of guys from the defensive side of the ball that'll be joining us here momentarily. Can you kind of mention a little bit about each and every one and the young men and what they're going to bring to this defense?
Yeah, Marion, what he brings is he's coach on the field. Sometimes that's good, sometimes bad, but he understands the concepts that we're trying to do. He understands the basic offensive schemes that people are trying to accomplish, where he needs to fit. So it helps to have a linebacker that understands the defensive structure we're trying to accomplish. With Ashton's coming in. He understands the physical aspect of it. He's kind of learning it as he goes because he's new to us as well, and so he's learning and going and growing with the defense. Damon played last year, played cornered a little bit. Damon plays. He's an aggressive guy. He's physical, and so that's the biggest thing about these three young men is that they're very physical. They understand football is a physical sport, and so it's a tough game played by tough people, and that's what they bring to us.
Last question to you, Coach Williams, and I want to thank you for taking time out here on the Hill Media Day special. But you know, when people come out and watch this Rogers Mounties defense in 2021 under Coach Don Williams, what will be the one word that they always and you hope that they say at the end of that Friday night?
Well, I think the whole thing that we're trying to bring Coach Harbison is the whole thought process and our culture we're trying to develop here is that, number one, we're going to go out and we're going to play hard. We're going to be physical. We're going to run around like our heads are on fire and eliminate the big play. If we can do that and give ourselves a chance to make offenses push the ball down the field and not give up the 80-yard pass or the 80-yard runs and things of that nature and try to make me be more sound defensively. I think that's the biggest thing we walk away is that our kids play hard, we're sound defensively, and we run around and we're becoming a more physical football team.
Well, Coach Williams, thanks for being a guest here on the Hill Media Day special for Rogers High School. We'll be back with much more. Time to talk with those defensive playmakers. It's the On the Hill 7A West Media Day show. Back in a second. And welcome back to the On the Hill 7A Media Day special. And I'm joined now by senior linebacker Amarian Slater. Amarian, welcome to the Media Day special.
Thank you.
Amarian, talk about your senior year. You've played quite a lot of football in this conference, but as we said, it's the senior year. I mean, when I say that, I mean, what do you think about?
Just where I came from, how I started, and then just how I can keep getting better every day, just putting work in.
Being pretty much the quarterback of this defense at the linebacker spot, as I said, you've played a lot in this conference. So, I mean, you're really a guy that when you speak, a lot of your teammates are going to listen. I mean, how do you accept that leadership role, and in particular, your senior year?
It feels nice because when I was a sophomore, I had some other guys that are older than me, coach me up and get me right. So now it feels good doing the same, like doing what they did. So
this senior class, as I mentioned with several of your other senior brothers, you guys are starting to build that expectation for this program here at Rogers. I mean, how big would it be, Amarian, to go out your senior year with maybe that special season that they'll continue to talk about around this city?
Last year we just wanted to host a playoff game real bad. We didn't get to just because of the 2 games we missed due to COVID. So definitely hosting a playoff game here, I think just crowd just crazy and all that just feels amazing.
Kind of got that taste, huh?
Yeah.
How much motivation is that, for this team?
It's a lot.
Walking off that field as you did last year.
Definitely a lot, just because of how we went out last year. Just leaves a chip on our shoulder and just knows we got to keep on going.
When you talk about this Rogers defense, what will people say about it, Amari?
Just how good we are as a unit
and how physical we are.
Give me your best, most memorable games that you can remember as we stand here heading into your senior season.
Harbor. Crowd was packed. It's a big game, back and forth. You know, fourth quarter, you got a game-winning defensive stop. So it's good, you know, getting off the field and giving the ball back to our offense.
What makes 7A West so good each and every year, in your words?
Just the guys that they have, and then the coach, they're getting, you know, coached by some good coaches and just things like that.
Well, Mario, now we've come to that moment. Got to have a little fun, as I've asked all your teammates. First 5 artists on the playlist, me and you riding around your city.
All right. Blake Shelton, Darius Rucker, Luke Bryan, Morgan Wallen, and Luke Combs.
I like that. I like that. Well, hey, that was my man Amarian. Give me his take about the Rogers defense. More to come on the On the Hill 7A Media Day special. Back in a moment.
Hello, Northwest Arkansas. I'm Darren Storms with Storms Orthodontics. Here at Storms Orthodontics, we see patients of all ages. We treat patients with traditional braces, Invisalign. We are proud to sponsor a lot of local sports teams: football, baseball, basketball, dance, soccer. Wish you guys a great year, happy, healthy season. And we have locations in Fayetteville, Springdale, and Siloam Springs, and we'd love to take care of your kids. Thank you very much.